Keeper of the Light.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Russian DOTA2 League Losers Bracket Best of 3 match between No Tidehunter and Mousesports. This is going to be game number 3, the deciding game in this match. No Tidehunter take the first game in a pretty convincing fashion, and Mousesports take it right back in the second one, completely dominating that one. And we'll see who's able to take it heading into this third game. Mousesports is going to be once again on the Radiant side with the first pick like they were in the first game. We're going to see Wisp and Lone Druid going to come out as the first two bans from them. So once again, just not allowing Lone Druid to go to Emerald Bulldog on No Tidehunter's lineup. And also not being willing to first pick at this game when they're on the first pick side. Want the Keeper of the Light. Who they're going to get. No Tidehunter choosing to ban out Batrider and Assassin. Pretty standard second pick team bans, as those are heroes that most people don't tend to want to play against, but that does leave Phantom Lancer in the pool if they want to go that route. And we're going to see Nature's Prophet as well as Chen coming out as the first two picks from No Tidehunter. So they already got some pretty decent split pushing coming out
Reserve time
for the Nature's Prophet and also Chen.
Reserve time.
Phantom Lancer.
And Mousesport's going to pick up Magnus and Phantom Lancer, so we're going to get to see one of those games.
Shadow Demon.
Mousesport's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Right, so Magnus Famlins are going to be these two pickups coming up here from Mousesports. Gives them some pretty kind of, I guess, what most players would call an annoying team. They have that Phantom Lancer and the Keeper of the Light lane that No Tidehunter are going to have to deal with in some fashion. And I think the best way that they're going to deal with it here is completely evade it. With the Nature's Prophet, of course, they can try and go tri-lane into it, but with the Chen already picked up, Mousesports know that they're not really going to be able to contest that tri-lane. And they can pick up really aggressive, another aggressive support to really sort of roam. The last pickup going to be Shadow Demon coming out from No Tidehunter in that first picking phase, and we're going to head into the second ban phase. Mousesports looking for support as well as a solo, almost certainly, and No Tidehunter probably looking for a carry of some sort, and we'll see what they end up wanting to go for. Mousesports banning out Gyrocopter this game, and let's go with Morphling and Alchemist. Not sure if we would have seen the Alchemist or the Morphling picks coming out from No Tidehunter. Morphling kind of, I think, coming back into the competitive scene a little bit. I think there's some Asian teams that are starting to run in. We'll see how the European teams end up reacting as well if they want to go for it. And on No Tidehunter's lineup, they're banning out Darkseer, Clockwork, as well as the Rubik. It's going with the one powerful support.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And now, Mousesports thinking about what they want for their fourth pick up here. Let's see what they want to go for. Kind of would expect to see the support coming out here. It's certainly also possible they could go for a solo. They know No Tidehunter need a solo as well. So if there's someone in particular looking for, like maybe, I don't know, Queen of Pain Puck again, they can choose to pick it up here now and send just the Magnus to the off lane. Unfortunately, Magnus not the absolute best off lane, since he is kind of survivable, but he can't really abandon and go to the jungle. They're just going to go with Lion for now, choosing to pick up him as almost certainly a support. We could see him in the mid lane, not out of the question. Don't get me wrong, guys. Not guaranteed to be a support, and will be definitely revealed by the last pickup, but you kind of expect to see Lion being played as support most of the time nowadays. And now No Tidehunter are looking for their fourth pickup. Kind of expecting to see whoever they want to send to that mid lane against Mousesports. Leave the carry for last. They already know that Mousesports have their Phantom Lancer. That's what they're going to be going with. They can choose to pick up something like Void, Anti-Mage, whatever they want to try and contest late game if they want. Or they can just go for something a little bit more aggressive, more early, mid-game-ish of a carry to try and put the pressure on. They do have Nature's Prophet and Chen, who are both pretty good pushing heroes. They're just going to go with the carry right off the bat here. The Dragon Knight. Of course, Dragon Knight we do see in the mid lane from time to time. I think it's one of his better roles, but I don't know if that's exactly how No Tidehunter are going to want to play him. I think Dragon Knight usually gets played by Loda when No Tidehunter pick him up. And now Mousesports looking for their final pickup. Someone to solo almost certainly. If they pick up another support hero, it'll be a pretty good sign that Lion will not be playing as a support.
5 seconds remaining.
They do have that option, but expecting to see a solo. I mean, they could go for Puck again. He's a pretty good team fight hero. Yeah, there's the Puck. Felt like the Puck was a pretty good pickup here. Now they have Puck or Magnus, either of whom can offlane or mid. Lets them change those around pretty easily depending on what they think No Tidehunter are going to end up running. Wherever they get the best matchup in the mid lane, of course whoever's offlane is kind of going to be sacrificed. None of these heroes particularly great at jungling. Puck can do it reasonably well, and Magnus, you can sort of abuse Skewer to try and get a good position.
10 seconds remaining.
Think around, who knows. But now No Tidehunter.
5
Gotta pick up their last
remaining.
pickup, and it's probably something for the mid lane. Now I don't know who they're gonna want to match up for S4. Oh, okay. Doombringer, they got me good. And with Loda picking up that Doom, I think we're gonna see S4 take Dragon Knight to the mid lane. Doombringer. So I don't know how many of you guys were around yesterday for my Doombringer cast. We saw Na'Vi pick up a Doombringer, which was pretty good. Worked out pretty well for them. So let's see how Loda ends up playing Doombringer, if he can really bring the Doom the way it felt like Dendi was doing yesterday. It also kind of looks like he's probably going to be in the side lane farming. I don't know necessarily if that'll be the case.
10 seconds
But we're waiting for players to
remaining.
pick up their heroes. Buying as much time as possible, trying to
5
figure out exactly how they want to
5
lane, what they're
seconds
going
remaining.
for. You expect Famlancer to be in the safe lane farming.
Uproot you.
And we'll see if that is what they decide to stick with. So we'll go over the players
Prepare
and
for
their
battle.
heroes very quickly. Dire side, gotta be No Tidehunter. Loda taking up the Doombringer. Aki on the Chen. S4 gonna be on the Dragon Knight. Smuggling the stand-in on the Shadow Demon. And that leaves finally Admiral Bulldog to be playing that Nature's Prophet. On the side of Mousesports, the Radiant, we've got Fada taking up that Punk once again, Kyochfa. On the Magnus. Black taking up the Phantom Lancer. Pass taking up the Lion, and that finally leaves Alex to be on that Keeper of the Light. It does appear that Fada's going to be heading to that mid lane, like he typically does. On the Puck, so in the mid lane we're going to have Puck going up against
30
Dragon Knight.
seconds
Not
to
the
battle.
easiest matchup in the world for Dragon Knight. We'll see how it ends up working out for him. If he's able to get any farm done. Should be able to at least get a couple last hits, but needs to be moderately concerned about getting killed off, like he did last game. Meantime, we're going to have basically Doombringer up in this top lane running into a Magnus. Magnus should always be able to get at least a little bit of farm. Not going to be particularly concerned about getting killed. I don't think by Doombringer or Shadow
The
Demon.
battle begins.
If they get some good creeps on Chen, of course, could be worried about it. But shouldn't be the biggest issue for him. While on the other hand, in the bottom lane, it's going to be Keeper Light, Lion, and Phantom Lancer. And Nature's Prophet not going to be able to do a ton in this lane. Trying to steal a creep wave. Doesn't seem like it's really working. First Treant going to go down. He still has one left. He's going to pull. Here comes the second set. And Black's just going to pull the enemy creep wave too. Or to it as well. Not too much going to happen there. Emerald Bullock trying to do whatever he can to get some experience, but not going to have much success. Really isn't going to feel safe. In the meantime, Gilsford putting some harass down on Smugly. As well as these satyrs hitting him. Doom ate a big satyr, so he's got that health regen aura, which is going to affect all the creeps, and it's going to force his lane to push a little bit. I'm not sure if I really like that pickup early.
Denied.
It's true. He's bringing Doom. Doombringer is just going to sit up here and farm. Like I was saying about the Unholo Aura, it does give 4 health regen in AoE, which is not entirely irrelevant about when it comes to his creep wave. It's going to be constantly pushing. And we'll see how Loda reacts to that, if he's just happy to do it, or if he's going to try and stall things out. I mean, they can try and push towers. Giltra does have that shockwave nuke that you can kind of rely on to try and slow down. Or if he eventually just goes and eats something else to try and get rid of that, get some other ability that's not quite so annoying for trying to not push lane, trying to just farm. Choosing to just eat a creep for now. Well, let's see what he, besides the ability, he's got a Ring of Basilius as well as some boots. He's actually got his Ring of Basilius activated. So it looks like he's happy to push. He's got the armor aura as well as the health regen going for his creep wave. Soul Catcher going to come out from Shadow Demon, doesn't land anything. I'm not sure why he used Soul Catcher first. Just trying to harass Magnus back out of the lane. Not doing a particularly great job of it. Magnus is level 3, Lotusing at level 4, however. Not choosing to get any points in that level death yet. We can Blanksing at level 4 as well in the bottom lane. So he's not going to get quite as much farm as the Doombringer, no matter what he really tries. As he's going to have, of course, that Devour, which is a pretty useful ability for farming. It's basically like a mini Midas. Has less of a cooldown, and it doesn't give you quite as much gold, and also doesn't give you the experience. But it's still relevant, gives him additional gold for whatever creep kills he has, and also can use it to just kill off a large creep right away. Not entirely irrelevant. And Chen looking to make his way towards the top lane now. What I want to see, does it have to be enemy or neutral creep? Aww. I want to see this Chen just bring Loda creeps to eat. Wombo combo. Not very good, but he's continuing to farm with this top lane and is tied in terms of last hits, basically, with Black. They're going back and forth as creep waves are hitting. So he's going to be a little bit ahead just because he has the additional gold coming out from the Devour. Looks like he's going for a Vlad's, actually. It's kind of surprising pickup Shockwave going to fly through from actually the actual Satyr, not from Loda.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, just running up and giving Kyojiko the big old flaming sword. No fear at all, he's very quick because of having that Scorched Earth ability, as well as the damage coming out from the health regen from the aura he has, as well as Winger regen, and the Scorcher is going to make him quite tanky. Keeper Light has made his way up here trying to stall up any sort of pushing, but Loda going to be able to get the last hit, and that tower is going to go down. In the meantime, it looks like Puck has made his way up here as well. It's level 6, but not going to be able to do anything with it. The tower going down too fast. And that gives S4 some space to farm. He's obviously pretty far behind in terms of last hits in this mid lane. But able to get quite a few back now, as well as some free experience. This is level 6, has that dragon form. And we can see him start trying to get involved with some pushes as well now that he has this dragon form up. Choosing to level up points and breathe fire. Just so he has that nuke ability. Illuminate can fly through on S4, kind of annoying. Also, Silent Keeper Light is here. He's sitting at level 3, allowing Paz to just get some soul XP from pushing or pulling them. Smoke Ink coming out in the mid lane from No Tidehunter. Smoke and Aki trying to make a way around. They go down, they're probably going to run into Keeper Light before they actually hit the puck, and that might be an easier gank for them. And here they go. There's Alex. Soulcatcher going to catch, and the stomp from the Chen creep, and that's his death. First blood going the way of Aki on the Chen, killing it off.
First conversion.
The Keeper Light just hanging out in the woods, and now they're going to roam around. Will they be able to find Lion? Paz should be aware that they're coming and hide. Also has the Earth Spike, so depending on the direction they come from, can set up, escape pretty easy. Kyochva gonna get doomed, and then there's a port coming in from Father to try and force Loda back. Looks like the Doom won't be able to kill him off, but we'll keep him out of lane, and it's gonna give Loda even more space to just sit up here and farm. He's pretty much a creep wave behind Black in terms of last hits at the moment. He did decide to pick up that Vlad's. This is I guess we don't see Doom a lot, so it's hard to say what a traditional build for Doom is, but you usually don't expect to see something like this coming out from Doom. You see him going for big team fight, or big fighting items like Radiance, like Shiva's, stuff that allows him to be huge, tanky, and in the middle of your fight just dealing a ton of damage by standing around because he's hard to kill off. Scorch Earth giving him a ton of move speed, health regen. Their Dragonite actually getting a kill on Magnus in the mid lane. Should be watching that, busy talking about. Dragonite gonna kill off the mid tower with that dragon form used. So it's another tower going the way of No Tidehunter, building up a little bit of a gold lead early on. Take a look at it. See, it's about 4K actually. It's quite a bit. To get the first blood, they have 2 kills to none. Favoring them at the moment, and Loda, of course, just generating gold. Sitting a full 700 actually ahead of the Phantom Lancer at this point. Just picked up a plate mail now. We'll see what he wants to go with that. If it's going to be AC or it's going to be Shiva's. I kind of expect Shiva's, but he could just go for AC. It's not out of the question, and with how he's building, he looks pretty desperate for armor. Already picking up the Vlads to get their 5 armor. It's going to help keep him alive against this Phantom Lancer. Looks like Aki is jungling in the Radiant jungle a little bit now. Needs to be moderately concerned about this Black trying to farm a little bit. Has a Yasha picked up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And now Aki trying to run away. Should be able to get out even. Regen Rune gonna be picked up by S4 Bottled. Aki gonna get stunned up by a Dream Coil as well as S4 Silence. Now Earth Spike coming through the Chen ult. Gonna keep him alive for the moment, but that is gonna be his death. And Aki just gonna be forced to run away. So Phantom Lancer getting that kill. Trying to come and help out his support, ends up losing his life. The Chen ult not anywhere near enough healing to keep him alive. With 4 heroes there. Meantime, Loda farming up in this top lane. Okay. Has the plate mail, still just basic boots. I'm not sure what kind of boots he's gonna want to get in this game. We've seen phase boots, we've seen treads come out in the past. Actually, not sure why he's pulling this. I have no idea what Loda's doing. He's just wandering around, doesn't actually want to kill off any of these creep waves. He's not stacking either, it's not the appropriate time for that. Okay, so just farming up. How's Black doing? Has he got anything else coming up yet?
Radiant's bottom tower
is 850-ish gold. Has the Yasha. We'll see if he finishes into a Manta now, or decides to go for something else first. Chen has a creep getting in a fight with some illusions from Black, and Black now chasing after Aki. Should be able to get out of here alive.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, you think he was looking for maybe like a wolf to devour? That'd be the reason I'd expect to see him at this camp.
Denied.
Doom gonna be off cooldown. We'll see if he uses it again. Hasn't been able to actually get a kill with any of these uses of Doom thus far. And some support coming out in this bottom lane. They're trying to keep the tier 1 tower alive. As some damage is coming down from these heroes on No Tidehunter that aren't the Doombringer, as well as Actually, the Nature's Prophet, who's continuing jungle, has his Midas up. Haven't really been watching what he's doing. It's kind of what you expect to see a Nature's Prophet doing. He's in lane a little bit. Maybe just trying to be a nuisance early on, then he eventually gives it up. Heads to the jungle, gets the farm. Does whatever he can. That's why we've seen Aki kind of wandering around. Lo now picks up those treads, so it's 750 gold. Looks like they're going for a kill on him. Two heroes coming in. Dreamcoat gonna drop. Kyochfa gonna get the reverse player unloaded, but that regen, so much, gonna break, and Finger of Death, everything being used on him. 3 ultimates, they do get loaded down though. They're not gonna be able to do that again for quite some time. 160 seconds in the Finger of Death. That regen from Loda is just so much. It's hard to bring him down. The big old scary Doombringer guy. Oh, he's just wandering around continually picking up creeps. Haste rune going to be found in the upper river by smuggling, as well as now an illusion rune. And Doom porting to the bottom lane, where he's going to split push a little bit as well as farm. As for going for Shadow Blade, it looks like on Dragon Knight. Pretty much what I expect to see when I see the Solo Mid Dragon Knight. Pretty good item. Looks like Glyph is up for the Radiant side. They can use it to try and keep this tower alive, but it's going to go down. Nature's Prophet getting that last hit. Just going to choose to let it go, save the Glyph for later. A lot of pressure has been coming out from this No Tidehunter lineup, so they might be concerned about that. Interesting to see that Doombringer actually chose to get a point in level death at level 9 instead of maxing out Devour to get the lower cooldown. Not really sure why he did that. Chose not to get level death early. Pa's now going to get caught in Sprout. Probably in some trouble here. Earthspike going to land on Chin Creep as well as some heroes, I think Smugleg in particular. Loading a Devour creep here. Continuing to lay the pressure on, it looks like they might be going for a little bit of a push on this tier 2 in the mid lane. Gonna be forced back with at least Loda. He just wants to farm. That's where what's going on in the mid lane at the moment. So he's gonna farm there, as well as keep this tower alive. Unintended side effect. In the meantime, S4 taking some rest on top lane from Black. Gonna be able to dodge that skewer from Kyochfa, and then drops a little bit of a breathe fire. Back there, where to be like, hey, you stop that. Meantime, now the Dream Coil going to land in S4. He's going to get the Dragon Tail off on Fada, but he's in some trouble. Going to take a lot of harass. Reverse player coming off him, and it's going to be his death. Shockwave finishing him off. That could go in the way of Magnus. Meantime, the tier 2 in the mid lane taking some damage. Already down below half health. The Glyph going to come out, but it's not going to be enough to stop it. And it looks like this push is going to be successful. Chen getting the last hit with those creeps. So, No Tidehunter continuing to take down towers. Head by 4 of them now. Still haven't taken any on the side of Mousesports. Black trying to get that farm. Has got anything picked up yet? It's up to 2,200 gold, 2,300 gold. Has his Tranquil Boots in the Yasha, so probably seeing him go for a Mantis style next. It's also possible he could just save up and try and go for something else, like maybe even the Radiance. But he's not picking up anything yet, so not committing. Or once he has all the gold in the world, he'll go for Diffusal all at once, which he's getting close to. Still about 900 gold away. We'll see. Black, I'm sure, is confident enough in his play to know what he wants and know when he needs to buy. Meki is finished on Chen now. That last hit on the tower definitely helping that. He has his Arcane Boots as well. So doing pretty well this game. S4 getting ever closer to that Shadow Blade, with Chen helping him fight these stacked large camp. Anytime a fight going on Kyochfa, he's going to die. There's Doom used there as well. Wander around just being doomed. Has the Alpha Wolf that he finally was able to eat. So he has that crit attack as well as the damage aura. I think he's just kind of stacking auras. Maybe we will see an AC come out from him next. He's a cloak. And just get that minus armor aura for the enemy team as well as an additional armor aura for his team. In the meantime, they're going for a Roshan. It doesn't look like Mousesports have any idea what's going on or any plans to really stop it. And it looks like it's going to really go to No Tidehunter. Roshan is down. Doombringer going to pick up the Aegis. So there's going to be even more survival now. He's so big and tanky, and now when you bring him down, he'll still be just coming back momentarily. We'll see if they try and force some issues here now. Maybe wait a couple seconds, give Load a little bit more farm, figure out what he's doing. Continuing to farm. There's some pressure coming out in the top lane from the Mousesports lineup. It looks like they might want to try and take this tier 1 tower. I don't know how successful they're going to be. Nature's Prophet is here trying to stall up as long as he can with those treants. Doombringer pushing up the mid lane by himself, completely alone. Gonna get harassed up by Black here. It looks like he has picked up the Diffusal Blade, so wait until he had all the money for it. Lion gonna be able to get the kill on Dragon Knight with his ultimate once again. Reverse play coming off an Admiral Bulldog. He's in some trouble on this Nature's Prophet as well. It looks like he'll probably be going down here. Gonna use his Midas one last time before he dies. No one there to help him out. So 2 heroes gonna go down on the No Tidehunter lineup. They've really been able to get a kill recently. They're really far ahead on terms of towers. Let's look at experience and gold.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
XP only about 2.5k now in favor. Dreamcoat gonna be dropped only on small leagues. It will be his death. Aki gonna try and send him back. And the disruption gonna keep him alive. So he's gonna stay alive. Disruption combo with the Holy or Test of Faith. Send them back to base. Pretty strong, since it does it even if they're in disruption. Gold still pretty far in No Tidehunter's advantage, but pulling back a little bit, only about 7k now.
Is under attack.
Wrong button. And Doombringer continuing to wander around farming. Continuing to farm. Looks like he's gonna go for the Shivas. So gonna have the active involved with that. Drops this buckler and then the Chen. Just gave it to Chen to hold, I guess. So he's got his Shivas done, that's why. Wants a TP scroll maybe? Oh, a gem. Someone bought him a gem. He's trying to figure out what he was giving him. He's gonna have this gem be able to wander around and counter ward, I guess. As well as I guess if they find Phantom Lancer, will be able to set up some kills that way. Dragon Knight gonna get picked off once again in the top lane. These 3 heroes are just really raining on S4's day. Continually getting picked off on this Dragon Knight. Doesn't have a Shadow Blade done, I'm sure they had. Yeah, Dust. Up on the Lion to deal with that. And No Tidehunter continuing to just sit around. Kind of worried about that when you're just leaving Phantom Lancer to farm. He still hasn't died. Black sitting at 1-0-2. Haven't been able to set a gank up on him yet, and he's not really far behind. Actually, almost dead even now with Doombringer in terms of farm. Doom has, of course, died. And there's a bunch of towers in favor of No Tidehunter as well. And that's just gold waiting for Black to pick up. As the game goes on, you sort of just kind of lose towers incidentally. Like this one, it's just got a creep wave on lane into it. Down below half health already. And nobody really... You kind of expect No Tidehunter to be putting some more pressure out than they are at the moment. Maybe they're just not worried about the Phantom Lancer. They have this Doombringer, and you know, he brings Doom. What does Phantom Lancer bring? Spirit Lances? Come on, let's get serious. Dreamcoat gonna drop, not gonna land on much of anybody. And now Fada in some trouble. Going to phase out, try and survive for the time being, but he's dead. That kill going the way of Doombringer. Doom coming off on Kyochma. And he can't do anything about it. Caught in Sprout. He's just going to go down. Double kill now for Loda. And with that, they're going to probably push into this tier 3. They have all their heroes here. With those 2 heroes down in kind of awkward fashion. Not really sure why they forced that. Especially with the Dream Coil missing on the Doombringer. With the tier 3, the glyph's already been used. As for in the dragon form, still has that corrosive life getting hexed up for a moment. The backdoor regen actually on now. As the creep wave has finished off. And Loda looking to go down, but he does have his Aegis, of course. Gonna respawn momentarily. Ult gonna come off from the Chen, keeping his allies alive. Emerald Bulldog taking quite a bit of damage. Getting kind of wrecked by just the illusions of Fanlancer, but they are able to take melee wreck. Now Loda getting in a fight. Looks like he wanted to go on pause, not going to be able to. Get sent back to base. And nobody really doing too much right now. They're going to go back to farming. Loda, don't know what he's going to want to go for next on this Doomer. He has 2,400 gold, just the casual cloak. Don't really expect to see him go all out and build like a pipe or anything. But it's certainly possible. Could do it for his team. Pipe up, pretty useful when you consider how much magic damage just come out from like the Puck, Keeper Light. Even to some extent, I guess the Lion though. If you're worried about Finger of Death, it's not going to really do too much about it. And everyone's content to sit around. Go back to farm after taking the melee ranks. Having melee ranks pretty early is quite the boon for No Tidehunter. You're going to be a little bit less worried about split pushing now. Anytime they go for racks, even if the enemy team manages to take one with the Fanlancer just pushing up a lane, they'll be taking their second. And Fanlancer not looking like he's in a position where he's really going to be able to for quite some time. It does appear to be going for that Manta very, very close now. Should have it in the near future. And that's going to make him even more fearsome in these fights. You saw him just kind of almost killing off Emerald Bulldog actually with just the illusions fighting, but he couldn't really commit with his real hero, as there was that gem up on Doom the entire time. They'll continue to push down this bottom lane. So he wants to take that tier 2. Still not hitting particularly hard. 340 damage crits. Not the biggest deal. He only does like 160. He's got something coming. That is the pipe, so he's going to go for it. Just continue stacking auras. Gives him some more magic armor as well. Looks like Alex probably going to go down here. It does go down. He's just propagating that last hit. This tier 2 now. Has the backdoor regen on it for the moment, but the creep wave is approaching, and there it's going to be. Backdoor regen cancelled. That tier 2 is going to be down. Keeper Light is down, so No Tidehunter might be thinking about going down this. They don't have to worry about Illuminate spam coming through. But they do have the team fight ultimates in the form of the Reverse Polarity. And the Dream Coil still up on the Mousesports Lamp. There's no glyph. Fada, kind of risky for him to blink in, and especially with the Doom ultimate still off cooldown. Doom was able to get his ult off on something like Couchfell before he really gets that ult down. Not gonna be able to do a ton. And Loda just charging in. No fear at all. Taking a lot of damage. Gonna get hit by the Finger of Death. Loda taking a bunch of damage, but he's still alive, and the Bailey racks are down. Doom gonna come out on Fada. It's probably gonna be his death, especially with that Dragon Tail being used. Reverse Polarity trying to get used by Kyochman, but he's not in a position where he can really grab anyone he wants to. Gets it off, manages to hit the 2 supports, but he's already down. Fada buys back, trying to do as much magic as damage as possible. Loda and S4 still alive. Loda now laying into the enemy team. Gonna start getting hit by these Fan Lancers. He's taking a lot of damage, and it looks like he's going down. Turns around to run in and gets hexed up. Not sure if he just thought he was dead anyways. But it is go down, and they end up taking another melee racks. The range still alive. The gem sitting in the Mousesports base. Small leg getting blinked and body blocked a little bit there. A little bit of a lag spike.
Dominated.
meantime, Black chased down Chen. Smuglegs to support out now. No amount of silence going to finish him off, so Smuglegs able to survive, if only just. That's 2 sets of melee racks now. Taken down by No Tidehunter. And it's looking pretty bad for Mousesports. They don't have a farm Phantom Lancer, so if they're able to turn this around, they're still in it. But there's a lot of farm that's going to be missing on the map now. And Black continuing to wander around trying to get that farm from wherever he can. Anytime Roshan has respawned, we'll probably see them go for that next. And No Tidehunter are going to be in a position where it should be a pretty easy Roshan for them to take, with 2 lanes pushing from having those racks down. Looks like Fada up in this top lane trying to put a little momentum in the way. The only lane where they don't have a Rax missing. See how that ends up working out for them. Nature's Prophet picks up an Orchid now, so another, and it's going to be pretty effective against this Magnus and Puck, and that's really who they're going to have to rely on. Because they're going for a gank on Loda in the mid lane, and it looks like he might go down here. He's already taking a lot of damage, slowed up. Gonna pop the pipe as well as the Shiva's trying to stay alive. The Doom gonna come out on Black. Loda's still alive. They can kill off Black right here with this Doom on him. The ult gonna fly through, and that's the death of Doom. They can get to deny, and that's all they can really hope for. Nope. Just gonna let the Doom finish him off, and Phantom Lancer is dead. He's doomed, and they didn't even finish off the Doom. It's 9-9 now, the kill score. And it looks like Nature's Prophet going for Roshan. Meantime, finally trying to put some pressure in this top lane. Should be able to do a little bit of damage to this tier 3 tower, since from No Time is really going to be in a position to go for it. Let's take a look at experience and gold while this is going on. Gold, favorite No Time, about 9k experience, very, very close to even. Only about 1500 in favor of No Tidehunter. And this Doombringer just too tanky, too big to fail. I mean, just look at his model, it's too big. How can you fail with that model? Too big. And now it's time, I think, with that Aegis pickup for No Tidehunter to force the last lane out. They've already shown that they're really tanky, really survivable. They can just grind out a tower, and Mousesports don't have the damage to really take them out fast enough. Especially with abilities like Doom, and like the Orchid now picked up on the Nature's Prophet. They can't do enough to really stall these fights. Paz running around smoked up has that gem that was dropped in his base, I think. Yep. It's originally owned by Aki. Fell to the ground when Doombringer did die in the base. And the train coming up this top lane from No Tidehunter towards the tower. S4 has a BKB picked up now. That kind of helps seal that deal. That's what S4 needs to be even tankier. Now you can't even kill him with magic damage. You can only lock him down really with that reverse polarity. And we've already seen that Giltro hasn't had a ton of success. He's staying in the woods now. Throwing out shockwaves, they know he's going to be there. Now he gets hit with a shadow poison, so they're definitely aware he's there. Going for him. Earthspike going to land on Admiral Bolt. I'm going to save him for a moment. And now here comes that push on the 2-3 tower. Glyph is up, gonna be popped by No Tidehunter, or Mousesports. Loda gonna get hexed up here, taking some damage, but he has that Aegis. He's not gonna be worried about it. He's gonna try and put off as much damage as possible. Doom's up Fada for the moment, continuing to take a lot of damage on Loda, but he's doing whatever damage he can, keeping people back. In the meantime, the ults from Mousesports still haven't been popped. Killchka trying to get in, he's just going to get picked off, and the melee racks are down, so every melee rack now, but none of the range. They're pushing No Tidehunter back. Loda, the only one left alive as well was S4. It looks like Loda probably going down here.
Race again, dog.
But their siege worked. They were able to take yet another melee Rex. So now all they have to do is get the ranged ones, right? And they can sit, they can farm, they can wait until the time is right, until they feel like they're confident, because there's a lot of farm missing on the map now. It's hard to imagine that Famlancer's ever going to be able to really get big enough to survive three melee racks down. Yep, Nature's Prophet can just backdoor.
Pull roots and run.
And Mousesports trying to do what they can. It looks like they're running up this mid lane with 4 heroes. They might be able to take this tier 2 tower. It's already down at about quarter HP. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to try and help them get back into this, but same time, not feeling like they're really in a position where it's going to do a ton. Taking this 1 tower, which is now down to about an 8th HP, it's probably going to make the difference here. And if they leave their base too far, there is an Admiral Bulldog who just poured in, summon some dudes. These ugly ass treant guys. Stumps. Which one's the fat lady? Is it Magnus? Are you calling Magnus the fat lady? Because he doesn't have buyback. Practicing canceling in power. You never know when it's going to come up. It's like a little gank coming out and found in the top lane. He's going to be able to get away with that invis bottled. Pretty convenient time. In the meantime, he's coming out on S4. Looks like he's probably going to go down here. Letting himself get picked off. Pa's actually getting the last hit.
To all betrayal.
Little ganky gank coming out there. Counter gank. A little bit of farming in the bottom lane. That Scythe Advice is up on puck. It's kind of a big deal. It looks like Loda is going for a heart next with this Vitality Booster pickup. It's also possible he's committing to nothing and might go for a heart if he feels like he needs to win a game, and otherwise we'll just end up going for a Rod of Atos once they've already taken racks. Just for a little, haha, I got Rod of Atos. Getting hit by an Illuminate there, not the scariest thing anymore, as he is kind of tanky. He's gonna get doomed on Alex now. Alex is doomed. Doomed. And it's probably gonna be the death of Alex. Especially with Nature's Prophet showing up to hit him.
Your entrails festoon.
Chasing after Paz. Paz gonna go down as well.
The lions.
That port not gonna work, so Nature's Prophet gonna kill him off. And it looks like Fada coming up to his top lane as well as Kochma, trying to push a little bit into that tier 3. The unfortunate thing is they do not have Glyph, and they only have ranged racks, which typically go down faster than melee racks, because they have much less armor. And they're all exposed. They're just gonna go to high ground, start laying into him.
Radiant's middle
There is the backdoor regen for the time being, which is a concern. The reverse player gonna catch on Aki as well as Loda. Aki looks to take a lot of damage. Gonna pop the ult. Loda's still alive. Kochma's gonna go down with the Shiva's Guard. Black still alive and he's dead as well. Gonna buy back immediately. In the meantime, Loda gets sent back to. No, there's Loda.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And that's gonna be the mid-range racks gun. They're gonna move towards the top lane now. Here's the down to half health. Dreamcrawl gonna get dropped, but not gonna do a ton. Fada getting hit by the big old fiery sword. He's gonna go down. Nature's Prophet getting that last hit. Puck immediately buying back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Blade Mail Alaki. Alright. Shen Blade Mail, GG. Emerald Bulldog gonna go invisible trying to run away, but he will get picked off. And everyone looking to run away. They're gonna kill the range racks. It's at like 20 health. They didn't finish it. Loda got sent out actually. By Chen. pushing down the bottom lane. So buyback's used by pretty much everyone on the raid site. At least Killjoy, the only one left who has it. Everyone else popped theirs except for the sports who just don't have money. Entirely unsurprising. And they lose one range rax every time this happens. No Tidehunter are kind of giving up a bunch of kills, but managed to take a building.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Somewhat worrisome
Dire's middle tower
that this
has
slow throwing their lives away to siege buildings isn't really working out as well as they want. This range rax in the top lane is really low at HP. If they'd taken this out, I think would have been certainly game. Only with only the one range barracks remaining. Even now, Mousesports fighting a very, very uphill battle. Looks like an MKB going to be coming out from S4. Not particularly close to it. Has the double javelins. Double javelins. Roshan going to respawn in about a minute. And with that, if no Tidehunter get it, it's going to be really difficult to do anything about it. Loda doesn't even have to worry about team fighting at that point. Could just sit there and kill barracks. Which might be a good idea for the no Tidehunter lineup anyways at this point. Butterfly picked up by Phantom Lancer now. It's giving him a little bit of evasion as well as some tank. Nature's Prophet ult flying through. Haystrom gonna spawn bottom. No one wants it. S4 even has a bottle and doesn't want it. And a push coming through this mid lane, looks like. Shad even gonna spawn some illusions of Phantom Lancer of his own. Not gonna last long enough. Scythe of Eyes picked up on Nature's Prophet now. And Roshan gonna respawn, so it's time for no Tidehunter to go for it. We'll see if Mousesports think they can really contest this. It's kind of a risky play. If they go for it, Nature's Prophet can just port down to bottom lane and try and take this range rax while they're fighting all the way back by Roshan. Nope, just gonna go. That's another Aegis for Doom. Cheese probably on S4, yep. Picked up there. Soldier's gonna get their mid lane pushing once again, and it feels like they're probably in a position where this is over. They can just walk up the mid lane and move around, take melee ranks, whatever, or range ranks rather. All of them are exposed. Glyph should be off cooldown. It's not. They used it in the middle of that last fight. Loda already taking some damage in this mid lane from the Phantom Lancer illusions.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
First party might catch their Killjoy, just gonna go down. Fada getting sheep sticked up. It's gonna be his death as well. And these team fight heroes are just a little too weak right now. Shadowdoom does get killed off by Lion. Lion gonna get chased down by S4, however. And with that, gonna be his death. Buyback from Shadowdoom, and Lion buys back as well. And now S4 gonna lay into the range racks in the bottom lane. It's already gonna go down. Blinding Light gonna buy some time. All he needs is Loda to hit it. And the top racks are gone as well. They just split up, take it while everyone had to fall back. And that's Mega Creeps. GG just gonna get called by Mouse. They can't do anything about it, really. Doombringer just too big. Too big to fail. Also too Doom.
I stoke the furnace with your corpse.
He just has too much armor with that +1 buff. It's too big. It's gonna be game. No Tidehunter gonna be able to take it 2-1 in this best of 3 Mousesports. That means they will get to remain in the Russian DOTA2 League. There's some fountain farming going on for you guys. So they're going to be up 2, or take it 2-1. They're moving on in the Russian DOTA2 League. I don't know who their next opponent is. Can probably look that up for you. Flat gonna get a kill on Small League even though he's gone. Must be pause.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
His microing everyone.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Getting killed off, but Mega Creeps are still alive. Stay alive. There we go. Paz finally disconnects after he loses. He stays as long as possible till the very last second. Once again, my name is Kanaz. This was a best of 3 in the Russian DOTA2 League loser bracket. Didn't find out who they're facing yet because I don't see it. It's so hard to find anything on Dota nowadays. Alright, gonna be it though for me for today. Here's the scoreboard for you guys.